Shalom Akim. This is Yabatazah, Yakazakala, Yahweh Yahweh Shai. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Rakah, Kadash, Barakatah, Barakatham. Alright, I'm coming back with another video this morning, just going into just some various scriptures regarding women that are in the spirit of authority, you know what I'm saying? Like they have the spirit of Jezebel on them, man. Alright, if you're out there claiming that you believe in the Lord and you're trying to assert authority over men, or you're jumping outside of what the Lord tells a woman on how to be, you need to get yourself in check, man. You know, because that's not according to the scriptures. A woman to be speaking, you know, asserting authority over a man. You know, you're supposed to know your spot. Okay, you ask a question and you receive it in meekness and in quietness, and you go on your way, man. Because there's a lot of women out there that are foolish. All right, a lot of proud women that are not considering their ways and actually reading the scriptures on how a woman should conduct herself. All right, and the whole reason I'm bringing this out is because yesterday I was out in camp. I encountered a foolish, stubborn woman, and it just brings a lot of memories, you know. I mean, not memories really, but I always deal with, you know, stupid, stubborn women, and it's just, I wanted to just bring that out, man, you know, because it's just a bunch of foolery, and you know, like a lot of women, you're ridiculous, man. You know, you're just completely out of order, and you don't know what the hell's going on, man. All right, so to the Akwat out there that are listening, I mean, you need to go according to the scriptures as far as knowing the woman's role, your role as a woman. And yes, you know, you have this truth, and you may want to speak to somebody about it, but you can't be speaking it directly to a man. You can't be trying to preach to him. You can't be trying to break things down to him. Okay, there's certain ways that you can go about showing that you are part of the body of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and it's through your actions. Okay, and as far as men, it's the same thing, but we have the authority to go and teach. All right, to stand up and contend for the faith of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, so I want to go ahead and just get into that, you know, real quick before I have to go to work. This is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous; she is simple and knoweth nothing. Okay, so a woman, and this is not going according to, this is not directed to the sisters that are in the knowing and that are rehearsing, you know, the righteous acts and that know their lane as far as a woman to conduct herself wisely. This is to the women that are being foolish, man, that are being out of order, that are stubborn women. Okay, this is directed to you, and this is what the Spirit of the Lord is telling you right here, man. All right, you're a foolish woman, and you're clamorous, meaning you're loud, you're unstable, you're emotional. All right, and that you're simple, and you know what nothing. You don't know what you're talking about, man. All right, a lot of you women out there that try to act like you're down with the Lord, but you're calling on different names. You're saying that His name is Jesus Christ or Christ. That's not His name, man. All right, and if you're so wise, like the world tries to make it seem like about you women, your women are wise and y'all know what's going on. If you knew what was going on, you would know His name's not Jesus. All right, you would know that you're still calling on a Greek deity, you know, a foreign deity of another nation, man. All right, you would know that, but because since you don't consider your own ways, you're not going to consider the ways that are going on in the spirit. All right, considering your own ways, man. That's why the Lord says to remove the plank out of the own eye before you can move any other plank that's in someone else's eye, man. You know? So I want to go from there to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, start at verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. That's right, because women, you're susceptible to deceit, man, to a lying tongue. All right, to materialistic things that are in the world, things of that nature, that'll sway you from the truth. Okay, and a lot of you women, y'all are unstable, man. You're emotional. You 1 minute you're saying you love Jesus or whatever you call him, and then next minute you're doing witchcraft, man. Committing adultery. If you have a husband, you're ready to commit adultery with another man. A lot of women have other motives, agendas on what they want to do with a certain man. And a lot of women don't really have true love and compassion for a man. They're just there to use them, gain control of them, to assert authority and power over them, and despise them. All right. That's why King Solomon says, I find more bitter than death the woman, man. A lot of you women nowadays are not even servants unto your husbands. The husband is having to cook and take care of the household and clean and bring up his children, because you women can't do shit. So how much more you can be able to take care of the body of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man? Your role is to serve your husband and to minister unto him. And that I'm not talking about the scriptures, but to bring comfort and to be, to lift them up as a helper, man. That's your role, man. And to bring up your children, okay? And to show them, if you have daughters, on how to be a woman in meekness and quietness, man. All right? So it says, Ecclesiastes 7 and 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. That's right. Being in this truth for myself, going on, 7+ years, I haven't encountered one woman that's in the truth, or that's coming to the truth. Not one. There's men that are out here in the city that know the name and that are calling on that name. More than there is women. Like I said, not one do I know of. All right. So King Solomon ain't lying in what he's saying, man. He's speaking the truth. All right, you women are foolish and simple and clamorous and knoweth nothing, man. Why? Because the Lord ain't dealing with you. The Lord is dealing with the women that know their spot. That follow the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. And they ain't going to argue or buck up against anything that the Lord has described or prescribed unto them. You can't nitpick out in the scriptures on what you want, man. You're not a man. You're not a man for you to put on those certain responsibilities, because the Lord didn't ordain it to be that way. But if you do, it's because you're on the left-hand side of wickedness, man. And we know through scriptures is that the Lord allowed that to happen, as far as a woman should compass a man. All right, but in all reality and righteousness, it's not supposed to be that way. But because we went off, that's what we had to deal with. All right, that's what we're dealing with in the world and things of that nature, and when we're out in the highways and the byways, man. All right, another one I want to get out in the book of Job 39 and 17. It says, because Yahweh had deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. That's right, because you know nothing, man. That's why you don't know nothing, because the Lord ain't dealing with you. He's deprived you of wisdom. Neither had he imparted to you understanding. You don't have understanding of what the scriptures are talking about, man. Like I said, first set yourself in order, man. There's plenty of scriptures in the Bible that tell you on how to conduct yourself, on how to deal in being in the body of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And his name ain't Christ. His name ain't Jesus. His name ain't sweet Jesus. All right? His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? But he has deprived you of wisdom, and neither hath he imparted unto you understanding. Who has he given wisdom and understanding to? Men, man. It tells you that in the scriptures, that he's given the Spirit unto men. Yeah, you got the book of Acts chapter 2, where it says that he's gonna pour out the Spirit in the last days. All right, unto certain men or women and maid servants. They're gonna dream dreams and things of that nature, prophesy. But they're not prophesying in the way that you think, man. They're not going out to the highways and the byways preaching unto the people, man, unto drawing in men. Okay? You women can speak amongst yourselves, minister to yourselves, but you're not to minister unto another man. All right? In that way, breaking down scriptures, teaching, preaching, asserting authority. All right? The man, the head of the man is Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, and the head of you women is the man. All right. So I'll go from there to the last scripture. All right. This is 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by your conversation of the wives. All right, and you will go into that word conversation. It's talking about your conduct. All right, it's not talking about your speech or what you got to say or what's on your mind. All right, it's talking about your conduct. Okay, and these women out here, they want to start putting out words and act like they know what they're talking about when you don't know what you're talking about, man. All right. Verse 2, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. And again, it's talking about what you're talking about out of your mouth, your words. It's talking about your conduct. You go into that word right there. I can click it real quick. I'm driving, so you can just bear with me. It's gonna refer to your conduct or your way of living, not your speech. So I'm going into it right now. Lord willing, they don't kick me off. Getting on conversation. All right, it says anastrophe, manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment. You see, has nothing to do with words. It's talking about your conduct. All right. So it says, 1 Peter 3:2, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. All right, your conduct of life, your manner of life, not what you're talking about or your dreams and all this other stuff, man. All right. Verse 3, who's adoring